Hey YouTube, Lucky here from the lab, and today I'm bringing you an IRL stream setup. This is a setup that you can use for streaming in the IRL category as you walk out and about, if you're going to a convention, if you're going to a parade, a festival, you know, Disneyland, Disney World, those kinds of things. No matter what you're doing, if you're trying to stream the IRL directory, social eating, this is probably the best setup that you can possibly have without upgrading your internet connection beyond just standard mobile service. So the mobile service I'm using is Verizon, and so I'll show you here what I have is a selfie stick. It's actually an upgraded selfie stick. It's called a monopod, and the reason why I have a monopod instead of selfie stick is because it can support a lot more weight, and the monopods are very nicely built. I have a few extra ties here for keeping maintenance on the cords for charging. I'm saying a lot. Probably need to stop saying but that's probably gonna happen a bunch throughout this video, so don't judge me, and definitely don't count the number of I say and comment that down below. Don't do that. Don't be that guy. Alright, so the setup, I'm gonna break it down from stage 1 to all the way until this entire thing. So first, this is just an iPhone 6 Plus. The reason why you want a 6 Plus is because it has an auxiliary cord here which can plug into a device called an iRig. Alright, this is a really cool device because it transfers your auxiliary female port into basically an XLR cable, so that way you can plug a nice fancy mic like this in here. We've got an SM58. Alright, this is similar to the other IRL stream setup I did about a month ago, but this time we've upgraded it big time. And so with a simple XLR cable I can plug that bad boy in to there, and then I can have a little bit nicer mic quality than just the iPhone 6, which is what I'm going to be streaming from. This 6 is going to be doing all the work. I'll show you here. I'll unlock it, and we'll go right here. We've got the IRL TV app. You can now stream from the new Twitch app. It hasn't been updated as of this video, but if you're watching this video about a week late, there should be able to stream from the Twitch app, so you don't actually have to use the IRL TV app, but it does have a lot of really nice features, so you might want to consider it. It's a really cool app. I'm a big fan of it. And so that camera right there is going to just simply hit go live, and then that's just streaming off of my Verizon wireless plan. I've got 4G LTE. Probably can't zoom on that, can we? Let's see if we can do this camera. Yeah, there it is. Verizon LTE. Alright, I've got unlimited, and basically that turns into about 2 to 3 hours of IRL equals 1 gigabyte. Roughly, I need to double check those numbers, but it's what it seemed like from the last event. I've only done like about, what we'll say, 5 IRL streams at this point. Yeah, 5 IRL streams I think, so haven't done a whole ton, but from my experience thus far, it's been about 2 to 3 hours equals 1 gig, and Verizon gives 22 gigs before they start to slow you down a little bit. So that gives you a lot of time to do some serious IRL streams. If you need to do more than that amount of hours, you're going to have to look into something. It's called a tear deck, and that's a little bit more expensive. But I have a nice little lens on this here. I found this feature at a camera store, so I don't know where to find it online, but it's a really cool clip-on lens, and the feature that it gives is really neat because it adds a wide angle to the front camera. So if I bring it up to the camera here, and I bring it to the front camera, I'll flip it around facing me. You can see here I can adjust the lens here. Oh hey, that's me making a YouTube video. If you can adjust it properly here, you can actually get a really wide angle on it here. I'm kind of failing miserably because I'm trying to one-hand it. And oh, there it is. I've got it. It's a really wide lens right here. You can see you can pick up this air conditioning unit over here, and then I'll pull this off, and you can't really see the air conditioning unit anymore. See that? And so it's a really cool little clip-on lens. Alright, it's like a clip-on wide-angle lens. It's not a fisheye lens. It's not the type of lens you would want for this, but it's really cool because it picks up the camera a little bit more, so it kind of turns your iPhone camera into a really nice camera. It can pick up a little bit more of the picture of the room around you, which is really nice for trying to film live. So you might want to invest in one of these. Along with this, is I found at the camera store, which I have not found online, is a clip-on little light like this. This is really nice. It clips on the phone just like this. Okay, you can see there I can clip it on, I can clip it off very simply, and it charges it on a separate charge, and it's really nice. So that way you have a little bit of lighting in case you get into a dark place. In our previous IRL stream at E3 and at the Destiny 2 premiere, this light came in very handy on my iPhone 7 phone case, which is what I had previously. So I'll shut that phone off there. This phone, you're wondering, why do you have two phones? Simple reason, I got two phones. No, I'm gonna edit that out of the video for sure. But here we go. We got this. This phone is purely just for chat. We'll go over here, we'll pull up Twitch, and this is just gonna pull up the chat. It's turned sideways because the phone's sideways, of course, but here we go. We've got chat going, and we're got the chat, and then we would have the IRL stream there, and then the chat there. So that way you can stream. You're walking around like this, and you're streaming. You can see yourself in the camera, or you can see what you're watching, and then you can read the chat at all times, which is a problem from our previous streams. All right. So the device to do this, though, is called an Archon device, and I don't remember the exact specific name of it. Of course, it had like a very, very specific name, very fancy title, but it's just an Archon like 2 phone holder. And you'll see right there it says Archon on it. If you look up the website for Archon, you'll find this device. It's not too hard to find on their site, I promise. I found it myself in just a few minutes. So there it is. It's a little device that plugs into a monopod. It just spins in right here. Right? These two things come separate. The monopod comes separate from this device. So you have to buy this device that holds 2 phones, monopod, camera lens. Alright, that's on the phone right here, camera lens, and then the light, and then of course 2 phones that are connected to Verizon Unlimited data. Alright, with that and all that connected together and plugged into the mic with an XLR cable, plugged into the iRig. Alright, we have a lot more expensive setup than before. This is nice because before the tripod is nice, we can actually hook this tripod into here. I'm not going to hook it up right now, but this is a nice little Joby GorillaPod tripod. And so it's a lot more of an expensive setup than the last time, but it's a lot more effective at streaming. We haven't used this setup yet as of the time I'm making this video, but look in the description below and make sure to watch our Twitch stream, and we'll show you what this looks like when you're streaming live. We're leaving to Florida tonight. As I'm recording this video, I'm leaving to Florida to go to GuardianCon, and I'll be doing tons and tons of IRL streams using this exact setup, and so you'll see a lot of it being used, and you'll see all these parts will be used simultaneously. And the really cool part, and the last part I want to stress, is that if you're trying to do the same 2 phone setup, or you're trying to do an IRL stream setup like this at all, with having an external mic, is the iPhone 6s are awesome for this. They've got 2 ports here. Alright, I've got this little corner way. They've got 2 ports here. So the iPhone 6 is really cool. It's got that auxiliary port and that port. Now you could get a splitter, and the reason why the 2 ports are cool is because one is for charging the phone, because the phone dies really fast when you're doing these IRL streams. It's like 2 hours and the phone's flat. It's like ridiculous. And the phone dies really fast, and you want an external mic like this. You want this external mic because the mic isn't as good a quality. If you get into some wind out there when you're walking around town, downtown, wherever, it's going to just totally ruin the IRL experience for the viewers, and they're not going to enjoy just the entire time, of course, as anyone who's watched a video that got really windy has experienced or can say. And so that is really cool, unless you have a splitter for, like, this is my iPhone 7 Plus. This is what I was using before. Unless you can find a splitter for that, where you can both charge and plug in a mic. There are splitter options. I saw them online, but I wasn't really interested in going down that route because I don't want to use my personal phone anymore when I stream. Because while I was streaming, my phone was getting a bunch of calls, and it was dropping the stream, and I had to turn on Do Not Disturb mode. I turned on Do Not Disturb mode eventually, but my phone was getting a ton of calls, and it was frustrating because it was dropping the stream, things like that. And so, and then the other frustrating part about using your own phone for the stream, like if I put my own phone in this setup and stream, is that if I need to use my phone to like message someone or something, my phone is totally off limits to message anyone for like however many hours I want to do the stream. So if I want to do like a 5-hour IRL stream, I can't use my phone for 5 hours, which can be frustrating because sometimes you need to message someone or call someone, or, you know, go to the Uber app and rent or have an Uber come pick you up. And if you can't use your phone, it's really hard. So I purposely wanted to buy a phone just for IRL streaming purposes, and so I got this iPhone 6 Plus for that reason. All right, and then this phone right here is just an LG Stylo. It's like it's literally, they give you this phone for free if you just buy it, if you pay for the additional service on it. So it's like $10 a month or whatever from Verizon. They give you this phone for free. It's that cheap. It's a Stylo V2. It's a really cheap phone, and the reason why I wanted the cheapest one for that one is because I'm just using it for chat, and I dropped my 7 on the floor there, so rip that. But anyways, so that's gonna end this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and if you have any questions about the setup, feel free to ask down below. Tag us on Twitter. I'll try to read some of the comments. As this video is going live, I'm in Florida on a half vacation, half convention sort of ordeal, so I probably won't be able to read a ton of the comments in this section below, so make sure you tweet at us. Our Twitter is in the description. You can tweet questions, and I'll try to answer your questions if they're in regards to the stream setup. And I'll leave you with that. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a good night, and as always, stay saucy.